Some girl crossed you. Just bad luck.
Yeah, for her. You got a bit of a problem. I'm looking for a girl.
Was this an amorous inquiry?
She killed everyone on my last job.
Hi, I'm Sophia Jessica, and this is Angel, and welcome to the fan carpet.
Hello, Saskia. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing well, thanks. All right. Well, it's a pleasure to speak to you. So
Pleasure.
if we go back to the beginning, was there a defining moment for you to get into the industry?
Yes and no. The defining moment came at a fork in the road where I didn't know it was a fork in the road. I had committed myself in my life to a completely different career path.
Right.
And then I had a friend drag me to an audition that I didn't want to do, which was for the acting school Whopper in Perth of Australia.
Mhm.
And I was in Sydney at the time. Anyway, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it as a favor to them. And then I ended up getting in and thought, well, I guess this is as good as time as any to give it a go, and I'll just go back to paramedics, which is what I was doing, thinking that nothing would come of it. But unfortunately, everything went really well, and then I just kind of spiraled upwards, and I've just been riding the wave.
Okay. Awesome. No, that sounds awesome. I was reading an interview that you did a little while ago about your like your health journey as well, and how that played into you getting into this industry because it kind of gave you a new focus.
What did you read exactly?
It was I think it was to do with some sort of like some sort of health journey, like mental health and
Mental
stuff
health?
like that. Yeah, mental health
Yeah.
journey and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I don't know what your background is, if it's creative, but
Yeah.
usually it is, yeah. Usually I find with creative fellows and like how we all gel, we all operate on a frequency of expression. And that comes from being in touch with your own experience of being a human, right?
Mhm.
And whether that sucks or it's good or it's both, which it usually is both, there's going to be great stuff and there's going to be absolutely horrible stuff. I think we start out in that space. So then when I found acting and I was allowed to express that part of me that I thought, you have to conceal coming, you're British, you get it.
Yeah.
In Australia, we're the same, where you're not really encouraged to express anything ever. It's very tall poppy syndrome. It's very be quiet, sit down, shut up. And when it came to acting, I was surprised that I had then this weird space and vessel to be completely authentically dark and express that side of myself. And I found it very cathartic. Not saying that acting should be therapy. I think that's very controversial, but it was healing for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. So, as mentioned, you do have a big film coming out called Play Dirty, directed by the fabulous Shane Black. What can you tell us about that story and how you fit into it without giving anything away?
Well, I can't say much about it.
Of course, yeah.
Is the main thing.
Mhm.
But what is, as I understand public knowledge, is it's directed by Shane Black.
Mhm.
It's should Amazon Prime was supporting it, funding it. I
Yep.
don't exactly know how they were producing it, but they were involved. And then a fabulous cast, which was really incredible. And jumping on to a international project after doing so many Australian based projects was really great, just to have the variety of experience. And it was great to observe how pace shifts with that kind of shift in culture. And it was also interesting going from such a close knit kind of Australian film industry to such a vast kind space in Play Dirty. And I was just grateful to be a part of it.
Awesome. Wonderful. So what does it mean for you to be a storyteller and tell stories in this way?
What does it mean for me? What does it mean for you?
Well, I'm not an actor, but I've always loved film. and I love supporting independent films. So these last couple of weeks, I was my friend runs a film festival here in London called London Independent Film Festival, and it's just all like well, it's not like exclusively first and second time filmmakers, but they give them a platform, and it's just really nice. It's just a really great environment to be there. So yeah, I just love and like with the fan cup, I've got this platform that's been around for 20, well, we're around 21st year now. We've been around for a long time. So
Congratulations.
thank you. We give a platform to independent films, so we'll put an independent film right next to like a bigger budget Hollywood film, because it's not about the budget, it's about the story and what they want to tell rather than anything else. Because I don't, yeah.
Yeah, I come from a similar space. I just watched the new directors, new filmmakers film festival in New York over the weekend, which was held at the Lincoln in MoMA. They had films like Lurker, and my favorite, which was Holy Electricity, that I saw. That was a Georgian film, so it was foreign film, independent, very low budget compared to the other things there, but it was one of the most beautifully told stories. And I love independent cinema. And I'm sure you and I would have probably a very similar list of favorite movies if independent cinema is the love, mumblecore kind of energy. And I think on that vein, what storytelling and what that means to me is exploring sides of humanity that are still yet to be told. Because even if you tell the same story, you look at it through a different lens, and that's all part of it.
Absolutely. Quite a number of years ago, I was interviewed at a Italian film festival, and it was just all Italian films, and I said, and I'm paraphrasing myself, but I just basically said that it doesn't matter what the budget is, as long as they've got a story to tell it. It doesn't matter how much it costs, or whether it's a shoestring budget, like a fiver or whatever, if you've written it and you've got the talent out there. I mean, look at someone like the director of Tangerine, and like he's Sean Baker. He's just won the Oscar for Anora, and like that. So he just won the Oscar for Anora, and his films, well, Tangerine especially, was filmed on an iPhone. So yeah, you don't have to hear that. Just proves that you don't have to have a huge budget to make a film.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I find that really inspiring because
Absolutely.
It comes back to the story. It comes back to the scripting, the thing that you are exploring through the characters and the lenses in which you're exploring. And then that also, coming as an actor, it's a weird space where I'm so passionate about that lens, but I don't have that as an actor because I don't see the final pieces. Like I don't know what it is that it's going to turn into. And that happens on every project that I've ever worked on, every theater piece even, and then every movie and TV show. You don't know where exactly you fit. Like you can ask a lot of questions, but it's not until you see that final edit or you're in the premiere or whatever the situation is, and you're watching it and you're like, oh, that's that story and that's that lens that you were exploring. And I find that daunting and exciting and thrilling all at the same time. Of course, there's always a quiet voice that's interested in directing. It's just not in my skill set, though.
Not yet, but
Not yet.
like
True, it's
you're at
true.
the beginning of you're basically at the beginning of your career, so
Yeah.
you could do anything.
I appreciate that. You're right, though. You're right, Mark. Like I could go anywhere. Who knows how? And it's what you just said. You start from somewhere and you create something.
Yeah.
And Sean Baker did it on an iPhone, so why the hell can't you?
Absolutely. So obviously I know you can't talk much about the plot or anything, and we're not going to touch on that at all. But do you have any memories from making Play Dirty that you remember for the rest of your career? Because you've got such a stacked cast you're working with. So were they kind of like a guiding force for you? Because like you've got the likes of Marc Wahlberg and Dermot Mulroney and Rosa Salazar that are all in that film.
I mean, everyone that I worked with was just wonderful and lovely and kind and open and there to do the job. And what's so refreshing about filmmaking is that you're all there working together for a common goal, which is comforting.
Mm.
And I've noticed on a few projects that I've done when I've worked with different A-listers, I've found it comforting because you're there doing the same thing.
Mm.
It's a very even playing field, for lack of a better word. And it was similar to when I did Bali 2002. You're there to do the job, and it was comforting to be all there doing the same. You obviously navigating it differently, but you're doing the same thing.
Absolutely. And obviously, so what Shane Black liked to work with, and did you live up to your snackiest actor moniker?
Shane was lovely and a delight to work with. And snackiest actor, that's probably the least snacky of all my roles that I've done.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to blame, how do I say this? I was going to say, no, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm finding the words. But for example, on the Reef, I had lots of in my life jacket, I had all these places to store
Right. Yeah.
snacks.
Okay.
Couldn't do that on other projects.
Okay.
Perhaps this one included. Who knows?
Right. Okay. Well, we look forward to that when it comes out. So who inspired you in the industry?
Oh, so many people. Sean Baker is a great example of someone. Andrea Arnold, Claire Davies, they're directors that inspire me. But in terms of actors that inspire me, Saoirse Ronan, Sharon Stone, Demi Moore, Olivia Colman, Judi Dench, and the late Maggie Smith. Incredible actors. I do find that with the actors, especially female actors over 50, they tend to hold a knowing of some kind that I can't touch on, and I find incredibly powerful when I watch them act. And that is forever inspiring because Judi Dench is a great example of everything that I've watched her do. I'll watch it and I'll enjoy it. And then years later, I will process it properly. And because it's with my age that I understand what it is that she was saying or doing. And I think so rarely are those moments portrayed in cinema and in TV that allows for those actors to go through the depth. Philomena is a movie that comes to mind that Judi Dench did, and that continues to inspire me. I'll rewatch that tonight if I can.
Yeah, brilliant film. Yeah, absolutely brilliant film. I love that film.
So good.
I saw it during the London Film Festival the year it came out. Yeah.
That would have been an incredible experience.
Yeah, it was.
Watch it at the film festival with everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jealous.
During that year, yeah. So as I said before, Play Dirty has a massive cast. Do you still have a wish list of who you'd like to work with?
I mean, all the actors that I just mentioned that inspire me, I would love to work with any of them. I would love to do some kind of biopic of some great actor would be fantastic. I can only see myself, playing a Sharon Stone, perhaps, a Charlize Theron character. That those would be really, really interesting. I find navigating this space of portrayal as an actor, but also your personal life and how they interact, because they do intersect, and there's this weird space where you're doing a character in a project and you can put all of the lines up to separate yourself, but you are completely immersed in that project, especially if it's a great project and it goes on for a little period of time. It's really joyous to be immersed in that. So
absolutely.
that kind of thing. But honestly, part of why I like doing acting is just because of the variety. Like I do one thing and then I do something completely different the next, and I love that.
Yeah, I mean, your breakthrough was in the Reef, Stalked. That was a creature feature with sharks, and then you're in Bali,
Yeah.
2020, 2022, 2002. So it's
Completely different.
yeah,
I
completely
mean,
different.
there is definitely a theme of drama with
Okay.
my acting, I've noticed. And even in my lightheartedness with my characters, I seem to still be involved in the drama aspect in some capacity. It rarely feels like, light comedy or easy comedy, if you will, or
Mhm.
something like that, even when there is lightness. So that's interesting. I wonder if that'll be a theme throughout my career, as the drama will underpin and then there'll be variety around it. That wouldn't surprise me.
Right. It's what you're drawn to. Go for
It's more
it.
what they cast me as too, like where the
Yeah,
offers come through and where that energy just it's the essence, the thing that you can't really put your finger on, and perhaps
yeah,
that came from that mental health journey. Um,
absolutely.
and it all just melds together and you go, "Oh, there's something happening here." And put
Absolutely.
her in the cast.
Mm, absolutely. So, aside from Play Dirty, what are you working on next that you can talk about?
Um, the project that I've been doing the past 2 months on and off because it was over the holidays, or 3 months now, that I can't it's unnamed,
Okay.
but it's a romantic comedy, and there's a lot of lightness in it, which is more lightness than I've done before. It still has drama, as we've spoken about, definitely the thread of drama, but it's a very sweet, innocent kind of story, and I'm really enjoying the detail in which this kind of project has been unfolding. And um, when I'm allowed to say more, I'll do a little something probably on Instagram when they send it through, and then share it with everybody. But
Awesome.
yeah, it'll be slightly different because it has a romance element which we haven't really done before.
Okay. Awesome. So you appeared on TV in Bali 2002, and the movie The Reef Stalked, as we've mentioned previously. Do you approach the projects differently?
Yeah, I do completely. The I mean, if you think about it, it's the same as when you meet different people. You
Hmm.
tailor it for the person. If you meet a big executive businessman in his 50s, you're going to treat it differently to, a teenager who's 14, who's kind of going through a troubled time, and to your neighbor's wife, or like it's just going to be different. And I find the way that I look at my characters and the way I approach my characters is similar. It's completely different. But the big overarching thing and the way that I navigate it is the medium in which I'm doing the project. So for example, because the creature feature was mainly action, a lot of the work that I was doing was how do I link the physical action that I'm doing with the subtext within the journey of my character? And
Hmm.
how do I because you do one scene that's like the first 5 minutes of the movie and they go, okay, great, now we're at the climax, and
Yes.
3, 2, 1, rolling action, go. And you're like, wait, where am I in the story? What's just happened? Do I did the the shark did the shark just do something? How am I feeling about that? Like coming to with all of my subtext so I could do the action,
Hmm.
continuously acting. That was a really different experience to the theater roles and other things that I had done before that. And then Bali was a lot of the emotional journey, and the action was part of it, especially post bomb. But the 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 journey really was about Hannibeth and her emotional experience, less so the physical journey. So I approached that with more detail in the imagery, in the visuals and the emotions, and how I went about that. And every project since then as well has been varied in the way that I navigate it.
Yeah. Awesome. So with Bali with Bali, that was based on an event that actually happened, right?
Yeah, so
Do
Bali 2002 was a TV series that was it was a recreation about a very real event that happened in 2002, which was the Bali bombings.
Yeah.
There was many people who died, mainly Australians and Brits. And Hannah-Beth, the character I played, was British. She had an English accent, that it was slightly a little twang of Aussie, because she did go between Cornwall and Byron in Australia. So 2 very unique places.
Okay.
Growing up. So it was, based off that experience that these people went through, and the credit to the producers who worked on Bali 2002, because they really spoke to all of the survivors from there. And Hannah-Beth was one of the survivors, and unfortunately she lost her partner that night when the bomb went off at the Sari Club, and she went through the aftermath of that grief and that torment. She ended up going and having an interview with Tony Blair, amongst a few other women, to oppose the war. I think that was 2003, that they had that interview, and she, spoke very directly on public television that was broadcast all over the world. And they put that scene in the series. So they filmed me, they put me on the stage, like a little stage, and they filmed me just on my own, and they intercut it with the actual interview with Tony Blair. And then they replaced Hannah-Beth with me, so that it made sense within the storyline of Bali. But yeah, it was based on a very real story, which made it very intense to film.
So did you find a sense of responsibility when telling that story?
Yeah, it was completely overwhelming. I've never been more nervous about anything in my life, including, Play Dirty and then other projects that I've done, because this was someone's story. This was Hannah-Beth's story, and she was going to watch this, and I was portraying her, and a very, very real, terrifying thing that she went through. This mattered far more than anything I'd done before. And though, objectively, I guess, according to the numbers, the Reef, was seen by far more people, it mattered less in the way that it measured up, because I was playing a woman who had gone through something so real and so traumatizing. That's all that mattered to me, is that I told her story well.
Absolutely. So what is your dream role?
It changes as I achieve different things. And there's no one dream role, because, as I said before, I love the variety, and I hope that it is really varied in what I experience. I'm currently working with my trainer. He's a guy called Jake, who's lovely. He's got this account called The Fitness Experiment, and we've been working to really build my strengths and my dexterity when it comes to the action kind of roles. And I think in the short-term horizon, a dream role would be a Lara Croft type character, because it's slightly different to what I've done before, and I think it would be a lot of fun. And but then after that, I would love to do a period piece, and then after that, I would love to do a biopic, and then after that, it will be something completely different.
Excellent. Well, can't wait to see that. Is there a book that you're a fan of that hasn't been adapted to film or TV or Netflix yet that you'd love to be a part of?
Yes, ACOTAR.
Okay.
I would love to be a part of ACOTAR. I think that the way that Sarah J. Maas explores femininity within humanity is rare, and I would love to be part of. I would take a tiny role in that series, just to be part of a story that was telling humanity and femininity in this honest, raw way. I think that's exciting and thrilling and rare.
You mentioned theatre before. Is that something that you'd like to get back to?
Yeah, always. I think theatre's a really interesting medium, and I'm definitely connected to it, because I think those are my roots, are coming from drama school and focusing a lot on theatre. So when the opportunity that's right and that I feel good about comes across our table and my team lets me do it, then I'm gonna go do it.
Awesome. Do you get back to Australia much?
Yeah, I was just there
Okay.
like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But now here for the time being, and I plan to stay here for a while, but we don't really know. It really depends on the work and where I have to film and do stuff. So who knows?
Absolutely. And a lot, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful country. Australia and New Zealand's just down as well. So yeah, beautiful part of the world. So yeah, awesome. So where can we find you online to keep up with everything you're doing?
My Instagram is probably the best, and IMDb, I guess. My Instagram handle is Saskia Archer, straight up my name, with no underscores or no dots.
Yeah,
I'm the only one, apparently.
Well, that's good.
I know, I love it. I love having a rare name. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And maybe on your next project you'll be able to live up to Snackiest Actor moniker again.
Yeah. When I start producing my own stuff as well, I'm just going to have constant snacks, maybe like a table that I can attach to myself and I can have all my snacks laid out. That would be ideal. And then I can just snack as I work.
What's your go-to snack?
Again, changes all the time. I'm really into tacos right now. So
Okay.
I will go out of my way to make a taco or get a taco in all forms. Specific hyperfixation food that I'm focusing on right now is a Big Mac taco.
Okay.
Hear me out though, because it's like the beef on the taco with like a little bit cheese and some lettuce and then Big Mac sauce, and it is fire, and it hits my macros, so I can tick all the boxes. It's amazing. Maybe
Awesome.
I'll do a little video of what that is if people are interested on
Awesome.
Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, I like. Yeah. Why not? I mean, it sounds good. I like
So
tacos
good.
and burritos are cool. I like burritos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love burritos. I mean, I can eat. I love all food. I really
me
do.
too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a fussy eater when it comes to food.
No,
all.
I as long as I can eat it, like it won't make me sick or anything, then I will eat anything.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I look forward to when Play Dirty comes out and the project that you're working on at the moment. Come back and talk to us about that when you're allowed to.
You know what
'Cause
I realized, something I can say about the project I'm working on now,
Okay.
it's a period piece. It
Oh,
is a period.
okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of the past meshed in there. It's a little bit ambiguous, I think, on purpose, but I am allowed to say that.
Awesome. And are you looking forward to doing your own stunts as well?
I love doing my own stunts, and I think something with stunts is I'm very grateful. I think maybe Whopper is partly to do with this because they trained us. We did stunt choreography and fighting choreography throughout the years at Whopper. And then when I got the opportunity to actually do them on set and I got to do all the stunt training, and the stunts choreos are like, okay, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I was like, are you kidding? This is the funnest part. Like, put me in the harness. Let's go. And they're like, oh, okay, easy, great. And I didn't realize that maybe is not that common, but I got really excited. I still get really excited because majority of it is acting. And every now and then you get to do stunts and like, yeah, it's tiring, but I mean, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love it. Give me more stunts. I think that's why I'm craving, the Lara Croft kind of edit.
Well, that'd be, I could see you doing something like that.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you've definitely got the right look for it. I think. Depends on what the story is, I suppose.
Yeah, it does. It always does. I hope so.
Mm.
I'll whisper that to casting.
Yeah. Well,
and the producers, so they make it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No worries. All right. Well, I'll leave it there, but thank you so much for talking to me. Look after that hand, and I'll speak to you again soon.
It was absolutely delightful, Marc. I hope you have a really lovely evening.
Yeah, I will do. And you. Well, it's not the evening for you, is it? It's morning.
No, it's evening for me. Is it evening for you?
Yes, it's late night for me. Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock. It's like midnight here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you go to bed. This was lovely. We'll stay in touch. Thank you so much.
We'll stay in touch. Yeah, I'll find you on Instagram and and I'll send you the link when this goes live.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thanks, Marc.
Take
I
care.
appreciate it.
All right. You look after yourself. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram for more content. Bye for now.
Let's go.
Psycho, take a beat.
Great state I'm in all states I'm in.
You ever think maybe you just like stealing?
Oh, only with you, my friend.
You show what you can do. I hear a siren. Maybe you were wrong about me. I'm dangerous and still. Why don't you give me a sign like the sea? Your problem is mine. Everybody thinks that I'm okay. Sometimes I think I am too. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm waiting for the shockwaves to begin. Oh, won't you let me hold you for one time? Just a rainy day in a London cafe. A London cafe. So give me one last serenade. Say to me, or swear with me till the night turns into day. And it was a shame when daylight faded, because we didn't notice at all.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.